Beautiful people, I hope you guys are having a wonderful and a blessed day. Welcome to the Raw Experience. My name is Tina, and today I'm going to be sharing tips with you guys on reinventing yourself. We go through so much in life, and sometimes we ended up losing ourselves. Sometimes we're broken. We don't even know anymore. It's like we're just doing time in life and going with the motions of things. Well, I've been there, you guys, for decades, okay? And I'm just gonna be sharing with you guys tips that I took to get myself to the person that I am today, to reinvent myself. And just to give you guys a backstory before we get into this, first I wanna say, with these tips that I'm about to give you guys, this is not going to be something that can be accomplished in 30 days, 90 days. This takes time. It takes commitment. You have to commit to the process. You have to embrace the process. Oftentimes we're looking at quick fix. I'm not a quick fix person. My life and the things I have overcame, it wasn't done by quick fix. So I don't really know a quick fix, but these are steps I have taken that truly helped me and proven result, but I was committed and dedicated to the journey. So I just want to go ahead and give you guys the disclaimer. Another thing that I want to touch on, I just want to give you guys a backstory. So this video is really for those who have lost themselves. You lost yourself, whether it was in a relationship, a marriage, or through the hardship of life, okay? Maybe you have gone through so much trauma as a child, and now in your adulthood, you see that those things they're coming up, they're coming up and you can't really understand it. You don't know what's going on. You're battling with depression. It's for people who have truly gone through life, and you need to get back. You need to get back. We need you. I need you. The world needs you. You have something great within you. God created you with a purpose, so I need you to snap out of it. This video is for people who have gone through a lot. Little bit story about myself. I came from West Africa at the age of 11. When I got here, literally 2 months after coming to America, my father passed away. So that was the first tragedy in my childhood. And while going through that, I didn't really know how to grieve, but while going through that, when you come to Africa, you have a case manager. And that case manager was a man. And I remember as a child, this person would do a lot of sexual things, and I didn't really understand that because, again, I'm 11. So at 11 years old, that was my first time being sexually abused. Later on at like 12, maybe a year, 12 or 13 years old, my mom got remarried. And, I felt like as a child, this was my answered prayer. I just lost my dad. I was happy. And I really, really, really loved this person as a father. And I thought this person loved me as well, but now looking back, that person was literally grooming me. So at 13 years old, another sexual abuse by someone who I looked at as a father. So it wasn't even just about the sexual abuse and the trauma from that, it was the betrayal, and you just abusing the trust of a child. So I had to endure that because I was in the home. That led me to start having sex, for one, at a young age, at the age of 13. Didn't even know why I was having sex. It took me growing up to really go back to my childhood to figure that out. And so I started having sex at the age of 13. And then shortly after that, just to get away from what was going on at home, I ended up getting in a relationship at 16. So it's like my trauma led me to the streets, and now I'm in this relationship at 16. I'm being verbally, mentally, and verbally, mentally, and physically abused, but it's better than being sexually abused at home. So I stayed in this relationship. So I was in this relationship all throughout my high school years, and then shortly after, when I went off to college, I just found the strength, you guys. It was the hardest thing I ever did. I found that strength, and I just ended that relationship. And being so young and going through so much at that time, I didn't really give myself time to just adjust or even really kind of process thing. I'm the type of person, I'm always going. No matter what happened to me, I'm always going to keep moving. So with that mindset and just going through it, I ended up getting into another relationship with a childhood friend. So now I'm 18 in this relationship, and we was best friend as children. We was in middle school together and grew up together or whatever. And I didn't really think nothing of it. I was like, I know this person, right? Well, long story short, 4 years into the 4 years, the entire relationship just became extremely abusive, worse than what I was currently experiencing in the previous relationship. This one was, I mean, mentally, physically, emotionally, even financially. And through the process of that, I ended up losing a child because of the abuse. So I have gone through so much, you guys, and not to mention the spiritual warfare coming from Africa. You guys, it's so much. So there came a point of time where my mind, you guys, it was filled with nothing but negative thought. It doesn't matter how much I tried, it was filled with nothing but negative thought, to the point where I have attempted suicide so many times. And it's only by the grace of God that I'm here today and I'm sharing this video with you. So I wanted to give you guys a backstory to let you know you're not getting something from somebody that haven't gone through anything, or this is just something I made up. No, these are steps that I have taken in life. I have committed to it. Until this day, I'm still on the journey. You know, it doesn't end because there is so much. But it goes to tell you, based on the depths of your trauma, this is going to determine the time frame of your journey, right? We all have a different journey. For me, after that last relationship, it took me 6 years to recover. So I don't know how bad, you know, let's say somebody else is getting out of a breakup. These process I'm going to share with you, it may work quick for you, you know, but some of us, it may not. So I just wanted to share that with you and let you know, if you decide to take these tips, to be patient with yourself and embrace the journey. When you embrace the journey, that is truly growth. Growth is not when you see the result, it's when you embrace the journey. So now that I got that out the way, let's go ahead and get into these tips, okay? So my first tip that I have is for you to build a relationship with God, okay? Now, so many people have different names what they call God. I call him Yah, I call him Yahweh. It really doesn't matter. You just have to build a relationship and connect to him, because he is your source. Okay, so with everything that I mentioned to you guys from my childhood till now, it is only by the grace of God that I'm here. Those days, true story, there was times where I wanted to kill myself, and this was in my adulthood. Of course, in my childhood as well, but in my adulthood, I remember I carry a gun, of course, and I loaded that thing up with 7 bullets, and that gun was right there, my Bible was right there, and I just fell on my knees, because everything in me, it was just like, just take yourself out. And it was through prayer that I just felt the peace of God. And God told me, he told me that day, you will live again. And it was that word that gave me the strength and gave me something to look forward to know this is not it. This is not my life. This is not who I am. You know, so building that relationship with God, you'll be amazed how no matter what you're going through, you may feel like, oh, God's not doing nothing, but God is always working on your behalf. So that is my first tip. If you don't have a close relationship with God, build that relationship. And it doesn't have to be anything religious. Just like I'm talking right here, you can talk to God just like this, or you can get on your knees and pray, or you can just read his word. You just come to him as you are, with your heart, whether you're broken or not. Come to him and say, Lord, I am broken. That's it. That's a prayer. And you'll be amazed at his response. You'll be amazed. So that's the first thing, is to go ahead and build a relationship with God. My second tip is for you to change your mind. Again, oftentimes we hear change your mind, change your mind. Anyone who has studied and understand the mind, this is not an overnight process. This is something that you'll do throughout your whole life, because our mind, our subconscious mind, is really like our storehouse, and that is really how we move and function in life. In the things we do, the things we say, the way we think, is because we have some type of belief within our subconscious mind, and these are beliefs that we pick up on from our childhood, from our home, our parents, society, church, and all these different things. So we have so many beliefs that they're not really our own, even the things that people tell us, okay? So you have to do the work, and the best way for you to do this, what I always do is, if I have a negative emotion, I always write it down, And then I asked myself, where is this emotion coming from? What is the root cause? Because everything has a root cause. I'm going to give you guys an example. I felt like I couldn't accomplish things in life. You know, I had a business for years, and my business was like up and down, but it wasn't like the normal up and down cycle with businesses. This one really had a lot to do with my belief. I didn't believe I could run this business. I couldn't believe, you know, my belief in myself wasn't there. And I took the time and I sat down and I asked myself, what is going on? And you guys, I lied to you not. I traced that thought back to my childhood and also to a relationship that I ended, the last relationship. You know, growing up as a child with my mother's stepfather, I was always told you're not going to be shit in life. And then when I got into this relationship, I was also told you're not going to be shit in life. And then I'm being abused. On top of that, I will never forget this day. This guy spit in my face and told me you would never be shit in life. So even though I had that keep going and pushing and that determination, it sunk into my subconscious mind. It was still there, but I just didn't know it. So it was causing a lot of mental block whenever I would try to level up in my life, whenever I would try to do something that I have never done before. So you want to go ahead and write down all your I'm sorry, you guys, I need water. You want to go ahead and write down all of your negative beliefs and then ask yourself, what is the root cause? What is it that's making me feel like I can't do this or I'm not worthy? And then go back to that event. Okay, now this is going to be painful, but you want to go back into that event and visualize that event in your mind and then speak to that situation. So for me, when I was told I wasn't going to be anything in life, you know, it started off as a kid. I went back into my mind, and when I was told that, I just ran in my room and cried. But when I went back to that situation, I stood up for myself as that child. And I lied to you guys. Now you'll be amazed what that would do for you. Try it out with every negative belief that you have about yourself. And then the next thing that I did when it came to changing my mind is I went through the scriptures. I went through the word of God. What did God say when he created me? Okay, who am I? I started asking God all these questions, and whatever God said, that is what I took as my new belief. Now the thing about creating new belief is it's not easy, because you have that dominant belief in your mind that's telling you you're never going to be shit, and you got this belief where God tells you you're fearfully and wonderfully made, that you have a purpose, you know? So it's like a contradiction, and there's always war going on. So if you start this journey, don't think it's going to be easy. And that's why I mentioned that there will be days where that old mindset is going to try to dominate the new belief system, the new mind that you're trying to create. And it's a fight, but you have to continue that fight each and every day. 6 years, guys. 6 years is what it took. The next thing that I have on here is therapy. Therapy is so great. At the last stage of my healing process, God led me to therapy. And the type of therapy that I did is called Emgr Therapy. And this really focuses on negative thoughts, reversing negative thoughts. So I would say, you know, based on your circumstance, you know, there are different type of therapy, so you want to at least research to determine exactly what type you need. Because I spent years in talk therapy, but I really didn't need talk therapy. What I needed was Emgr therapy to reverse those negative thoughts and do the work. So based on your circumstances, research and go to therapy, you guys. It is okay. I love therapy, and I still believe in God wholeheartedly. I still prayed and read my word. Therapy is great. If you think about it, those people are operating in their God-given gifts. Okay, so utilize that, go to therapy. That is also going to help you with changing your mindset and just working through trauma and whatever else is going on. The next step that I have is self-reflection, you guys. Take inventory of yourself. I do this daily, monthly, and I always do this at the end of the year, like before we go into the new year. This is not really a complicated process. You're just taking out a sheet of paper and you're examining yourself. You're examining your habits, You're examining your strength and your weaknesses. You're just examining yourself, your attitude or your goals in life. Where are you going in life? Are you giving it your best? What type of habit you need to change to become your best self? So you want to go ahead and sit down with yourself and have that self-reflection. Look within, take the good, take the bad, and then when you see the bad, write down what it is that you want to change and the process you're willing to take to change that. So self-reflection is really, really great as well. That always helped me to make sure I'm on top of things. If I'm slacking, that self-reflection is gonna let me know, hey, you slacking in this department, you need to pick it up. That's what I love about it. And if you get in the process of doing that, you're never really going to need someone else to tell you anything because you have already done the work. So that is it. That is the next tip. The other tip that I have is remove toxic people from your life. Remove them from your life. You cannot heal within the same environment that you have been broken in. You have to literally remove people. I am single and I don't have any friends. And a lot of my growth, that contributed to a lot of my growth because I was focused solely on me. I was focused on healing from my trauma. I was focused on getting my business to where it needs to be, being the best person that I can be. Oftentimes we use people around us as distraction. And if those people are toxic, they're adding on to your trauma. They're adding on to negativity and bringing all that negative energy in your life. So if you know someone is not good for you, go ahead and remove them. Go ahead and remove them out of your life. You're going to be so grateful that you did. I had friends in my life. They did not mean me any good. They wasn't good for me. I got rid of them. You know, I was in that toxic, extremely abusive relationship. You know, I ended that relationship. Was it hard? Was it painful? Of course. But I knew that it wasn't helping me. It was breaking me each and every day. So if you know someone is not helping you, they're constantly talking down on you, abusing you, they keep you in so much drama, remove them out of your life, completely out. So that is another one. The next step that I have is focus on growth. Focus on spiritual, mentally, emotionally, financially, and physically. Focus on growth. What area of life that you really need to grow in? For me, honestly, when I started my journey, I worked on all those areas at once. It was intense, and I had a lot of time where it's like, I felt like giving up because I'm like, this is so much and there's so much wrong with me. But I thank God I didn't give up because honestly, in order for you to be whole, you have to be whole spiritually, mentally, emotionally, financially, and also physically as well. So in my life is God. That's the spiritual part of it. The mental health part is me making sure I'm always thinking positive thoughts. I'm challenging my thoughts. I'm reading good things. Whatever I see on TV or social media, I make sure that is good. The emotional part of that is just, if I need to go to therapy, you know, I go to therapy. But I take in things that are good. The financial part of that is having a plan for my life. You know, I work a 9 to 5, but I still have multiple business that I'm working on. Where am I going financially? I make sure I'm practicing good money management. I'm budgeting. I'm holding myself accountable and taking the necessary steps to financial health. Physically, that can be anything really. If for me, I love working out and I love eating clean and just having an all around healthy lifestyle. So, you know, if you're a type of person where maybe you like yoga, that's good too, but you want to be physically active some way, whether it is the gym, and you want to give yourself that focus on those areas of your life. And you may not be able to start in every area, but at least pick one, and you'll be amazed. Actually, what I realize is all those areas of life intertwine with each other, but also it helps with your mindset, especially the spiritual and the physical part. You'll be amazed how just doing physical exercise help too with your mindset. So that is the other tip. Focus on growth. Don't focus on what's going on around you. Focus on growth. Take the time again and write things out. What it is that you know in which areas of life you need growth in. You know, if it's to get better with God, okay, write a plan. I'm going to pray 2 times a day. I'm going to read a scripture or get a scripture and meditate upon it for 5 or 10 minutes. It's that simple. It's not complicated, you guys, but you want to focus on growth. That is going to keep you going. The next thing that I have on here also is upgrade your clothes. Or if you're not showing up as your best self, you want to start showing up as your best self. You know, I'm going to speak from my experience with everything I have gone through, you guys. It sucked the life out of me. Like, I didn't care what I had on. I didn't care what my hair looked like. I didn't care about nothing, getting my nails done. I was like, I'm done. Like, I need to get myself together. And a lot of times what that did was it kind of, it affected my self-confidence, because honestly, guys, you guys can see I love colors. I love bold colors. I love dressing up, looking really, really nice, just well put, right? But I wasn't this person anymore. You know, I wasn't this person, and I realized the reason why is because of the things I have gone through. So it is okay, you know, if you're not feeling your best, but I want you to just start taking daily steps that today I'm going to put on something that makes me feel good. Today I'm going to put on a bold color because I want to, you know, start dressing up. I'm going to throw on my heels today, you know, start doing those things, and you'll be so amazed at the confidence that you gain. You're gonna start feeling like your new self, energy, your mindset, and just how you go about your day and how you're presenting yourself. That is really, really important when it comes to reinventing yourself. Once you do all of that inner work, you wanna go ahead and, get yourself together, okay? Get yourself together. Like, I would probably come on this video with a t-shirt or whatever, and I was like, you know what? No, we getting real cute today. We get real nice, okay? I had to, you guys. I put on these pants. I put on this nice top. This is actually a bathing suit, you guys, that I got from Walmart. I was like, I like this color. We're gonna get real nice and cute today. It's a nice day outside. So do things, wear clothes that makes you feel good. Wear clothes that brings a smile on your face, you know, that just makes you show up in a way that's like, wow, I like what I'm seeing. I like this new woman. So that is it, you guys. That is all the tips that I have when it comes to reinventing yourself and getting to your best self. And I just want to encourage you, no matter where you are in your journey, just know that God has not forsaken you. That place you're at now is not the place that you're going to be forever. I remember the days where I felt like this is going to be my life forever. The hardship, the pain, the aches, the depression, the battle with just going against these suicidal thoughts. And I never thought I would see the light. But I'm here today making this video to you guys because I have seen the light. And I know that you will see the light as well if you just believe and you take that time and pray and you just invite God to heal you. It is not over for you. Just know that everything you have lost, everything, God is going to really rebrand everything. He's going to rebrand your destiny. He's going to give you all those things back plus more. And everything that you have gone through is truly for a purpose as well. I want to encourage you, if it wasn't for the things I have gone through, I wouldn't be the woman that I am today. I wouldn't be able to come on this video to say, you know, I want to help women. I want to help women heal. I want to help women become their best self. I want to help women find their purpose. It's because I have gone through so much. That is what has given me that purpose. So just know those things you have gone through are not in vain. God has a purpose for it. God is going to use those things for you to help someone else. And I just want to encourage you, keep going, don't give up, and just commit to a growth process, and you'll see the changes. I hope you guys have a wonderful and a blessed day, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.